Libra, welcome to your Aces bonus read. Yay! A couple months back, I promised everybody that they would get an in-depth collective read for Aces for the new year, and here we are. Many of you will recognize the Aces layout. There's your particular power card right there in the corner. But before we get started, a plug, if you will. I have to. 'Tis this season. And also, P.S., I want to. So, for any of you who are interested in Sassy Scorpion merch, link in the description box, 20% off the whole site using code HAPPY20. I know. That code was absolute genius. HAPPY20. I always think it's my intent, right, to come up with a code that's clever or witty, but I'm like, nobody remembers those. So just keep it simple. Happy 20. Happily take 20% off. There you go. Any and all merch that you see there, if it resonates, if something speaks to you, maybe it's for someone else. I don't know, but I thank you, and I thank you for the consideration. Like always, your purchases as well as donations, they help support the channel and everything that it does and everything that I do. So I appreciate you. Okay? But thank you for even thinking about it. There you go. All right, you guys, Aces, let's talk about it. Ace, sword, wand, cup, and pentacle. Everybody loves an Aces read. I'm no exception. Aces are exciting, right? Or at least they can be. This is coming to me, oh boy. Or I'm creating this for myself, oh boy. That is good stuff. We love that stuff. But we also want to take a look at the stuff that's being renewed, reinvested in, refreshed, right? And then also, you have Aces in your life that are already in play and they work for you just fine and they don't need modification. And it's good to check in on that too. But if they don't, we should also know that because, hey, the stuff that ain't working, the sooner we know, the better, and then we can make space for an actual ace that does work. How does that sound? So we're going to see any and all that here today. We're going to start here with that Ace of Swords. Let's see the Ace of Swords, please, for Libra. Any new thoughts, insights, beliefs, and therefore actions, or pre-existing thoughts that work for you just fine, therefore beliefs and actions. What is going on? Let's see the Ace of Swords, please, for Libra. I have to say, one of the many benefits that I missed for doing in-depth clarifiers is all the lovely details, particularly around those time frames that can be so tricky. But it's really nice to kind of see the depth of where people are taking their goals and intents so far. It's been really interesting to see everybody. What's going on? Let's do one more. Let's see that Ace of Swords, please, for Libra. Queen of Swords, that's you. The World, oh my, four of Pentacles. Well, you decided though, so that's good. All right, King of Pentacles, Judgment, the Six of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. Well, you made up your mind on something, all right. And the World of Four of Pentacles is kind of like you're saying, I'm going to let something go. You've been holding on to it. Four of Pentacles. It is coming across as a material thing. Okay, possibly possessions. We've been holding on to something. Again, it's coming across as material. And don't get me wrong, it could be something like a lot of people associate New Year's with is I'm going to drop a bad habit. So you could be holding on to something that frankly just doesn't benefit you. Okay, I don't know. So you take it as it resonates. But for me, as I'm seeing it, it's coming across as a material matter or a worldly matter. And the Queen of Swords, the World of Four Pentacles, you're like, you know what? I've thought about it. And you have. That's some good thought. That's some good thinking. You're like, I have this thing. I want to let this thing go. I want to just drop it. I could have something that functions better or provides more. I don't quite know what it is. I can replace this with something that's higher functioning. And that's the vibe I'm getting from this. You want to replace that Four of Pentacles with whatever it is with something that's higher functioning, yields more profit, gives more to you, or frankly just makes your life easier. I don't quite know what it is because it is earthly matters here. King of Pentacles, Judgment, Six of Pentacles. I have someone in here next to you that says, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So I don't know who that is. It immediately showed me external energies. Most of the time when I do readings, Aces, it's internal unless we're contemplating someone else. I have someone here who is contemplating this decision with you and they agree with you. It's a good thing. They're also interested in increasing satisfaction and what can be given and taken. Okay. So this is it's coming across as good timing. Okay, so we're talking end of the year to the beginning of the new year. Who knows? I hate it when things are very vague because people are like, what the hell are you talking about? So let's say you have a junker, a car, like an absolute junker. Okay. You're like, look, this thing's a shit. Okay. It's a POS. No matter how you look at it, it's a POS. In fact, it costs me more to keep the damn thing together. It costs me more to keep the thing running. Somebody else is over here strongly agreeing with you, so I don't know who that is. A support function, a person of interest, someone who helps. I don't know. They seem to have a very practical nature here with the King of Pentacles. That's very grounded. That's very earthy. That's very provider. That's very responsible. And they say, you know what? It's time. Judgment, Six of Pentacles. Yes, it's time. We can offset the costs. We can increase money flow, or frankly, money's better, and we don't have to hold on to that anymore. Something like this. So that is a practical sound decision. It looks like it's being backed up with somebody else. And so again, typically I see a lot of folks doing internal contemplation until it involves someone else. You're actually the first person to show me someone who's clearly outside of you, making decisions in tandem with you. So that may or may not be an important point for some of you. You would know best, but it's an agreement. I know that. So yay, maybe you're getting an upgrade or something, I don't know, but I like it. You're like, you know what? December 31st, that thing's over. That thing's done. It's over. It's done. I'm not keeping this anymore. I want something that has a higher functioning value. And somebody's like, agreed. Agreed. So that's good. I don't know. Maybe it's like, I'm not getting paid enough. And they're like, I agree. We want to keep you. We'll pay you more. I don't know. Okay, I just know that it involves the material world. And it does look like an increase, not a decrease. Okay, bare minimum, an increase in function, if not actual coin. Okay, all right, let's take a look at the Ace of Wands, please, for Libra. Any new passions? Any new intrigues? Any new light of path? Hope, Ace of Wands is, we must remember. Or your pre-existing hopes, passions, and ambitions just right. Let's take a look. Let's see that Ace of Wands, please, for Libra. Let's see. One more on that one, too. Let's see that Ace of Wands, please. I like how that's crystallized knowledge. You're not able to deploy it yet, though. Did I mention? I'm probably repeating myself. That's okay. I do it all the time. It's what I'm known for. It's not. It really is hinging between the end of the year and the new year. So we're going to call that late December to late January. Okay. But anyway, I'm happy for you. All right. Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Okay. Justice, that's you. The Lovers. The Fool. Well, good for you. I'm in that. Don't get me wrong, lots of people have shown me when it comes to their passion and their heart, they're usually tied, which is one of the reasons why, FYI, I read intimate tarot is to make that same point. And as strongly as people are feeling their heartbeat or as strongly as they're feeling their passion, I've been seeing lots of hesitation and hanging back, but not a complete dismissal either. So that's good. That's good. We still keep ourselves alive and hopeful and wanting to try. You're probably the first person that showed me, I'm going to do it. 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 It's not just you. I got 2 pages here. And Queen of Cups. Somebody with the soft heart space is responding to someone else's page. Again, I don't know it's the same person. This feels very practical in nature, helpful. So I don't quite know what the agreement here is, but it's a good agreement. I like it. It seems to better favor you. Let's put it that way. Okay? So that could be work, boss, support, friend. I have no clue. You would know best. This is where it got personal, like personal. I see a softening in your heart space. You seem to be replying to someone's pages, or you put out a page and they're replying to you. I honestly don't know which way it's going, because between your balance system and the Lovers and someone being the Fool, either way, I have 2 people here opening up towards each other and taking a risk on each other. It's equal. So who drops the page? You, or are you receiving one? I haven't a clue. I'm going to keep looking, and I'll see if I can't get a point of time reference. Unfortunately, the Fool skews that, but we'll get to that part. So in terms of the passion, yeah, something piques your interest in terms of intrigue, maybe even hope. But what's interesting to me is your response is heart first. I just know that the Queen of Cups is you. Okay. You're showing me heart first almost immediately. Oh, wow. This hits my heart as opposed to just say your loins. So that's telling me your Ace of Wands then is more to do with your interest and hope and intrigue and what's going on here. You have a heart response, and it's a strong one too. But who drops the page, I honestly don't know. There's 2 figures here. The balance system of the Lovers automatically makes it 2. I just know that the end result is the same. I have 2 people here willing to try to take a leap towards each other, and it starts with a page. Okay? Yeah, there's been some observation here with the Page of Swords, but somebody's finally doing it. It's either you or someone else. Justice. That's you, baby. The Lovers. The Fool. You're like, okay, so on the outset where people can see this or you two can talk and interact with each other, it looks like that's cool. And the person's like, yeah, it's cool. I've been thinking about it and it's, I'd like to do this. Yeah, well, that's okay. You have an emotional response, so let's not put the bullshit aside. You have an emotional response, and it's a nice one. It's beautiful, it's soft, it's sincere. Good. But the spiritual essence between you two is high level. I just know that it's correct. You're both going to feel the correctness of it when you start to engage with it. So out here, it may not look impressive. It might even look dismissive. But inside, there's a wealth of activity going on for you two at the spiritual level. And it's going to balance you both. You're both going to take a risk on each other. All I can tell you is that it's correct. Okay? That's all I can tell you. Strong connection too. You feel it, and I think that's why you showed me a heart response first. So even if you don't know who this is, let's say this is a brand new entity, you've never met this person, your heart's going to know before you actually know. Okay? And if this is someone we've known before, same. Your heart's going to know before you actually know the depth of this. Look at that. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I like how you're showing up. I can see your side. I can see your half. Perhaps it's them then. Perhaps it's them then. That's taking a risk. But technically you both are by trying to meet each other halfway. And let's make no mistake here. They're meeting halfway, these two energies. Again, just on the surface, looks like it's no big deal. But where it counts, it's actually kind of a big deal. So congratulations to you too, because even if you're on the receiving end of it, you still have to be the fool to receive it, to be open up towards it, to say yes to it. You're still being the fool, which means somebody had to prompt it. They're being the fool. So you're both choosing to be the fool. Make sense? And the thing with lovers, guys, you've heard me say, although I admit it's been a while, the thing is with the lovers, you have to choose it. In order for it to have anything to do, it has to be chosen. So bare minimum, your two spirits have agreed to take a chance on this, even in the smallest of ways. So what happens after that, I don't know, but it looks bloody gorgeous. And it feels bloody gorgeous too. It's actually warm, very warm. Very inviting. But my favorite piece, though, is that it feels correct to you both. It's fair. It's fair and karmically correct that you both have to take a chance on this. So whoever it is, whoever prompts it first, the other person has to agree, and that's how you know who this is, but the heart responds, okay? That is beautiful. Congratulations on the upgrade over here, etc., but this is beautiful. I don't know. It's just, I don't mean to be dismissive of the material world. I'm glad you're getting your upgrade, honey. I'm glad you're letting something go so you can get more of something of higher value into your life. It's very monetary. It's very 3D. This is something else. This is something money can't buy, you know. It really isn't. Okay, let's switch on over to Ace of Cups and see if anything's taken place over there. Let's see the Ace of Cups. Maybe I can get a better idea if this is someone brand spanking new or is it someone we used to know? Like, what's up? Let's see that Ace of Cups, please. Let's see that Ace of Cups. Let's see that Ace of Cups. You already showed me a heart response. There might be something else in that Ace of Cups altogether. Let's take a look-see. Let's see the Ace of Cups, please. Let's see the Ace of Cups for Libra. Mm-hmm. The Four of Swords, resting, Knight of Pentacles, studying the Seven of Wands. Okay, you've been trying to lower your heart's defenses. Five of Pentacles, the Knights of Cups, the Page of Cups. Oh, okay. All you're showing me is that a kind of a very slow. You have not been busy or in the business of pushing new love for yourself, not just these days, but past several months, seasons, possibly years. New love has not been in your book or your agenda for a while. It's not an accusation. Don't take it as one. It's just that's where you're coming from. That's all. It either applies to or it doesn't. You're showing me mostly past orientation around your heart space and how it's, quote unquote, been a while. You know, it's so funny because people often think it's been a while when they think of their passion. It's really the heart. Oh my gosh, Christina. It's really the heart that tends to have that response more than the passion does. Passion happens a little faster. It's a little easier. It's a little more easily felt and communicated to because it's wand. Cup is different. When someone's opened their heart and it's been a while, you really understand what that means. And it's been a while. And that's all you're showing me. Four of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. That you have been working for yourself first and foremost, because everything begins with the self. You have not been working on lowering your heart's defenses for anyone, just you. And your heart's been a little walled off for a while. That's okay. That happens all the time. It's called being alive. Okay? We all have defenses around our heart from time to time, and how strong or permanent those structures are, or semi-permanent, are completely dependent upon us and how much work we've done. Four of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. Let's put it this way. You have not been in a rush to leave your healing phase. Okay? Keeping your heart kind of quiet, kind of calm, kind of off limits. No chill past. You know that. That's past reflection. It's going to fast forward just a little bit from a kind of closed off, quiet, recovered state to a Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. It is kind of saying your heart's being refreshed a little bit. Activity is being generated in there right towards the end, and I see why. So whenever that Ace of Wands happens, you're going to better understand how far your heart has come. Because until it's had a reason to be prompted, you may not have known how much work you've done on your heart space. Make sense? Yeah, I mean, you're recovering from breakages and other bullshit, and the last time you had your guard up or your wall up, and it's going to soften considerably. Knight of Cups to the Page of Cups, so that's an outward flow, okay? You're showing me outward flow, but you're willing to take it out as a page, which is good. So your ace could be on the verge of reopening itself with that Ace of Cups. It's a little tentative. That's okay. I think it's been a while since you've last been in love or pursued love. That's all. You're really not going to know how far you've come until you start to engage with this. Which means you haven't felt your passions for a while either. You showed me your Queen, you showed me your Knight, you showed me your Page. The passion you have for this will be very evident to you. That's probably the easiest thing to feel yourself part of. It's the heart that's a little more shy. It's been a while since you've opened your heart space. But again, it's good because by the time you get ready to open up just even a little bit, you're going to see how far you've come. Okay? And how rested you are in here. Your walls aren't so rigid like they used to. Old abandonment issues aren't what they used to be. Okay? There's a forgiveness in here for yourself and in love. You know, it's not mind-blowing. Sometimes it's very subtle stuff. The Ace of Wands is mind-blowing. So let's start there. And let's start there. Perhaps that's enough. That's quite a bit. But I can see now where your risk component is coming from. It would be a risk in and of itself for you to open up towards this after it's been a while. You know, it's been a while. That's okay. It's okay. All right, let's take a look at that Ace of Pentacles. I still don't know if that's new, if this is someone we've known. Is this the reason you've had to recover some heart space? I don't know. I honestly couldn't say. I suppose you will know in time. But it's so strong. It could be brand new, but your heart's going to react to it like you've loved it before. Isn't that nice? Let's see that Ace of Pentacles. You being willing to open up towards it, that might be the tricky part. But I think you will, even just by a little bit, and perhaps that's all it takes, yeah? Let's see that Ace of Pentacles, please. Let's see that Ace of Pentacles. Let's see that Ace of Pentacles. Any new career opportunities, investments, or are we good where we're at? I see you're doing an upgrade over there. I don't know that it necessarily involves work, though, nor am I convinced of it. It looks like a 3D principle. Something that could make your life easier. But not necessarily a new job, no. Let's see the Ace of Pentacles, please. Anything else in there for new investments? Or is it something else altogether? Anything that shows up as a realistic investment is the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Page, the Ace of Swords, going back to your truth here at the Hanged Man. That's what your focus is. Going back to your Ace of Swords is the one that you've recently, and I mean recently, hot off the presses recently, have made up your mind on. And you said, I've had enough thought about this. I need to do this. Because whatever that Four of Pentacles is that you're giving up, you're saying it's costing you more to keep it. Okay. This is a truth. You've already settled on it. You've thought about it 1,000 different ways, and at some point you're right. When you sit down and you do the numbers and you see that holding on to something or keeping it working is actually costing you more. And then also costing you time, energy, and effort. That kind of thing. I agree. I understand. Okay. 7 of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. Okay. 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 Why is this something you keep saying you try to talk yourself out of? You don't have the energy to keep that. I got it. You hate it. Whatever that is, you absolutely hate it. I mean, you don't even have to hate it. You just you've tried to talk yourself out of it, not to put energy into it, not to put too much thought into it, to keep going along. Everything's cool, but it's just not. It's not. The sooner you trigger that Ace of Swords, I think the better you're going to start to feel whatever that junker is or that thing you're giving up that's costing you more than it's worth to keep it. You're going to feel so relieved. You're going to, it's going to be one of those things where I should have done this sooner. Well, XYZ, that's just life. Okay. The point is that you're going to be taking care of it soon. I'm happy for you. Like I said, it's right around the corner in January. This portion, which you're not the only person who's doing it, this is where the biggest mystery lies. I would love to I don't mean to be dismissive of that. That really seems to be wrapping up of its own accord. I'm telling you, you made up your mind. This is as good as gone. It's a matter of time. And you're only going to wish you had done it sooner. I got it. I'm glad you have somebody's support here and they agree with you. That's going to make your life easier. This bit, tinted. Look at how far your heart has come. You've had a long time to rest. It's been a long time since you felt the stirrings of love. And it starts to soften up there just like you softened up towards this almost immediately. What? Can I get more on this, please? More advice on this? Let's get some advice on this, please, for Libra. Ace of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. You didn't think, you're really convinced new love or refreshed love could not make you happy. So you try not to think about it. You think love is not a form of wish fulfillment, or that real love or true love could never be a form of real wish fulfillment, or you didn't want to see it, or you didn't want to have that discussion. Or, let me take another crack at that. You being in love is like a bullshit idea. You could never take it seriously. Yeah, new love is great. That doesn't mean you get to keep it, or in love just means you hurt, right? Being in love just means you hurt. That doesn't necessarily mean you're satisfied. Oh, yeah. A lot of people experience that. It's not all it's cracked up to be. We honestly never could see ourselves being in love in a way that made us happy. And that would explain a lot of the past orientation I'm seeing about, again, once more, where you're coming from. Okay? Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. I have someone meeting you once more in the middle. There it is again. There it is again. We didn't think this kind of love could arrive, that we could take it seriously, that we would ever personally have our own cup replenished, never mind get to share it with somebody who felt the same. Someone's meeting you halfway. I would love to have a bigger picture of who this is. Is this someone we broke from? 5 of Pentacles. We had to recover from We never thought we would get to take a sip off their cup, if you will, or that they would ever really take our cup seriously, or that they would ever feel the same way. I can see why. The Lovers connection, like I said earlier, I believe I alluded to earlier, it's a choice. It has to be chosen constantly for it to stay. If at some point somebody chooses to fail it on the timeline, be it time, energy, and effort, passion, spirituality, emotionality, it will break from us. I think what you're showing me is what you had to recover from. Really understanding how being in love with this person, how it all helped you or benefited you. And that you could never conceive of them returning it. That took a long time to recover from. It put walls in your heart that you felt something so strong. That I say that Queen of Cups over here was no coincidence. You showed me an immediate, almost emotional, knee-jerk reaction to that page. But you've come a long way. And you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Tarot doesn't dictate action, you do. Tarot's the proof choice, not the absence of it. When I'm telling you, I saw distinctly it was fair that you have to take a risk on each other. That's what I saw. I don't just come up with this stuff. I don't just pull it out of my ass, guys. I told you, it requires you both taking a risk on each other. In other words, choosing to connect. But in a way of kind of spiritual choosing. It's someone who's meeting you halfway. This is someone whom I believe we've broken from in the past. How long ago? I don't know. I have no idea. It was the last time you felt love. Rather, in love. Very specific. You can feel love all the time, anytime. I have love for my dog. Doesn't mean I'm in love with her, right? What I mean is, you know what it is to be in love with this person. But you feeling like it could be returned put you into a place of cynicism and shut you down. It's meeting you halfway. I said, who is this then? It's easy for people to point out to me where they came from. This is where I hurt. This is why I'm hurt. I know. Show me how you're going to proceed into the future. What are you going to do? What are you going to overcome? What are you going to get over? What are you going to heal from? Or are we going to repeat this? You want to repeat this? I don't think so. What's the point? You're choosing to take a risk on them. They're choosing to take a risk to come forward to you, apparently. You know? But like I said, if this person don't mean shit to you, they don't mean shit to you. I don't know what the conditions were, guys. If it was bad, then it was bad. It's no. If this actually had some viability, it just needed room to grow. Perhaps in your own separate spaces, in your own then maybe there's something there. Okay? The point is you have to take a risk on it to find out, and that's entirely up to you. I can't make you do anything you don't want to do, and I would never have you do that. You know, you have to know that it's right for you. It's kind of at your disposal there. Queen of Cups to the world. You can open this, you can close this. It is your choice. But the fact you had such a strong response to that page and the fact that I still see you two connecting. I don't know. Perhaps you connect long enough to find out if you want to completely open that door or completely close it. There's that too, lest we forget. Okay, I wish I could see more, but you probably won't know until you're in it, you know? Now, the question of when. Thank you. That was very cheeky. I say that really confuses people, and I don't blame anybody for that. The Fool has a 0 reference point, so no help there. I associate him with spring, April, the beginning of the new season, the start of the zodiac, but that doesn't mean anything. The Fool is engaged when the Fool's engaged. We can have that strong sense of spirit, I want to open up, but it doesn't mean anything till we actually start doing it, till we put one foot in front of the other. And then I see the Lovers here, which is famously June, i.e., you know, what a lot of folks would say summertime. For others of you, it's your winter time. But here we have anywhere between the beginning of the new year to the new spring season to summer, upwards to your season. So I was saying maybe, and first card was summer. First card, first thought for his summer. Yeah. See, sometimes aces aren't deployed until much, much later. I mean, it's very proof that, guys, not everything is instantaneous. We're looking at complex timelines here. No, you know, it's frustrating because we're looking at new. We think New Year. We think January. We think February. No, no, no. I'll see it pushed out. This, right away. That thing, right at the beginning of the year. Done. This is a little different. This one has different flavors on it. It's a little stretched out. Summer. For some of you, yes. Come on now. Sense of codependency. Perhaps you felt that there was this false sense of emotional codependency here, or that you were the one that was emotionally dependent on this. And, you know, I don't know. There's some issue here possibly pertaining to codependency. There's an epiphany, a generous offer, push and pull energy. See, perhaps at one point we got addicted or emotionally got addicted to a push and pull back and forth in this dynamic. Someone who was trying to say yes to this as the lovers, but ultimately couldn't. And that's why often two people need to separate. Until their decisions line up, they'll never fully be complete or realized. So I haven't had one of these lectures in a while, but there you go. We have an epiphany about what to do, generous offer, the push and pull, and what it is we should be offering and what we keep trying to retract in the past and all this other stuff. So you have an equal decision on you. There it is again, underlying this summer growth. Okay. Twice, 3 times the confirmation of summer? Okay. Okay. I think, though, this epiphany and the generous offer is more related to what we saw here on the opening. All right, we have a couple medallions here. They're all mixed up. All right, Virgo, Aries, Taurus. You might have any of these strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting one. I don't think they're the seasonal references, except for Aries. So there's that as well. There could be a growth pattern between you and this person that starts around Aries season and slowly develops over to the summer. It could be this. I don't know. You'll have to live your life and see if this applies to you at all. It's very future-oriented. Okay. All right. We have the snowflake, sign of Scorpio, but transformation. Okay. Also beautiful symmetry. Okay. Beautiful. Perhaps it's snowing where you are. We have the owl in reverse. I don't think we can see this yet. We can't see this yet. We can't see the transformation yet. It's too ahead of its time, I believe. We have the yin and yang, a sense of completeness, but again, I told you that sense of fairness. You two complete each other's pictures. And black and white, yin and yang, all that. It's a sense of fairness and balance here. And it both takes you opening up at the same level. Trust on both sides to open up. And one letter, G. Okay. Libra, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.